Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Thank you for being here today. So I'm excited to take you on a journey where we will explore how to surf the waves of continuous integrations and continuous delivery, what we often call CI/CD. So we will be looking how tools like Google Kubernetes Engine, GitHub Actions, and ArgoCD can help us to navigate these waters smoothly. So before we move into getting to know ArgoCD, uh, let me give a brief introduction about me. So my name is Chamod Perera. I'm currently working as a software engineering consultant for a startup, and I'm a CNCF ambassador and the community lead of KCD Sri Lanka, Kubernetes Sri Lanka. So far, we have hosted two KCDs in Sri Lanka. So, in introduction, we'll come to the beach. So, imagine you are standing on a beautiful beach, the sun is shining, and the waves are rolling in. It's peaceful, yet those waves carry power and potential. So, in much same way, CI/CD is a powerful process in modern software development. Just like surfers must ready with the right equipment and mindset to ride the waves, we as a developer need to be prepared the right tools and strategies to successfully navigating the CI/CD pipeline. So let's start our journey and see how we can catch these waves effectively. So the surfboard, choosing the right tools. So before we hit in the waves, we need to pick the right surfboard based on our body weight, our experience levels, and our need. So the same thing apply when it's come to the CI/CD. When it's come to the making a CI/CD pipeline for our application. So here, how GKE, ArgoCD, and GitHub Actions from the perfect board for your CI/CD journey. The first tool on our board is Google Kubernetes Engine or GKE, which provides us a scalable platform for running our containers application. So next up, we have ArgoCD, a tool that at the heart of something called GitOps. So GitHub is like having a detailed fan for your surfing. So in the cloud native world, we call it as a declarative approach. So every changes to a infrastructure or application is recorded in the Git repository using basically YAML files. So ensuring everything is automated, version controls, and easy to roll back if needed. Next, finally, we have GitHub Action, which is our automation engine triggering build, test, and deployment as soon as code changes are made. Together, these tools form perfect surfboard to ride the CI/CD waves. So, a good uh, so what is CI/CD? A good surfer know how to read the waves before paddling loves. So, similarly, understanding the CI/CD is crucial before we dive into the using these tools. Uh, so continuous integration or CI is like a constantly checking your surfboard for cracks, ensuring that your code is always in good shapes. So every time you make change, the code is automatically tested and merged. So any issues are caught early. So on the other hand, continuous delivery or CD is about making sure the surfboard always ready to hit the water. It's ensure application is always in deployment state, so you can release updates quickly and confidently. So this diagram shows you how the CI/CD pipeline we gonna build look like. So it's basically we are if we when we made a commit or push to our Git repository, it will trigger the GitHub Actions. Then that actions will be build the Docker image for our application. Then it will push that Docker image to the GitHub container registry. So since GitHub has their own container registry, we're going to use that. So then after that, it's also update the GitOps repo that I mentioned earlier. So which basically updating the manifest of that configuration file there. So after that, ArgoCD, which is always checking the status of the GitOps repo and it's inside the cluster. So it will detect that change, or we can set up a webhook to trigger the ArgoCD as well. But or else basically ArgoCD will always check it automatically. So when ArgoCD detect that change or we trigger the webhook, so it will update the application to the latest state, which means that it will update the application to latest changes. So let me show a comparison between the CD tools in the cloud native landscape. The first one is ArgoCD. That's the tools we are using for this talk. So next we have Tecton, which is like a more advanced tool, like more advanced cloud native CD tool. Like if you want more control on the these things, so you can use something like Tecton. Next we have Jenkins, and then we have Flux. So like I personally haven't worked with Flux, but when I read some article, I saw that they don't have a graphical user interface like ArgoCD does, so which is bit but it's lightweight as well. So paddling out, which means settling up your environment. So before you can ride the waves, you need to paddle out and get into position. That's the best thing in the surfing and the CSCD as well. So in our case, this means setting up our environment. So we will start creating a GKE cluster, which is where our application will run. Then we will integrate ArgoCD to manage our deployments automatically and ensuring that everything is our cluster match what's defined our GitHub Git repository. So finally, we will configure GitHub action to trigger our CI/CD workflow whenever the code. So as I said earlier, for this demonstration, I have two repo. I have created two folders. So first one containing the application of our demo, and the second one containing the GitOps repo, which is containing all the manifests where we gonna declare following the GitHub principles. We are declaring all the manifests in there. Okay, so let me show the application folder. So here how it looks like. Okay, let me give a quick overview about it. So here this repository contains a Go application, a small Go application which has some endpoints, and also it has Dockerize, and it's contained the Docker ignore to ignore unwanted files during the Docker build time. And also it's contained the GitHub action just to build a Docker image and push to the GitHub container registry. So it's just like I just use their template. So actually in the repository you can go to the GitHub action tab, and there can create a new workflow. So after that, selecting the public Docker container where you can get the template for that. So everything is they have done. You just need to update the GitHub action file to do the rest of the things. So and another thing is we also need the Kubernetes cluster, right? So let me go that. So this is our GCP console. I have already created a project for this in this console. So like so if you are new to if you are new to Google Cloud Platform, it's basically like there are so many products and services available here. You can use their compute engine, Kubernetes engine, cloud storage, BigQuery, and so many services are there. So basically in our requirement, we need the Kubernetes cluster, right? So let me search GKE, which is Google Kubernetes Engine. Then we can create our cluster. Let me show how to create a Kubernetes cluster. So it's actually takes some time. So because of that, I have already created a cluster. So let me show the wizard of creating Kubernetes cluster. So when we click on the create button, it will open wizard. So here we just need to set up the cluster. Basic is it the name of the cluster and the region where where we want to our control plane and worker nodes are located. So like I just put the default one, like use US central one, and the name as we can put anything like KCD Lahore and something like that. Then we need to, if you want to like do advanced configuration, that's also can be done here, like networking and advanced settings are here, like setting up services meshes and backup plans and other stuff. So like, since I have already created a cluster, I'm not going to do that again. So if you want to create a cluster, just hit on this create button and it will be automatically spin up. And this is the autopilot cluster. So actually using an autopilot cluster has a huge high advantage. Autopilot charge only when you are using their nodes, otherwise it won't charge. So it's money saving. So let me go back. Okay, we have our cluster. Okay, so and also I forgot to show you that I have actually built and pushed this Docker image using GitHub Actions. So let me show that when we go to this here, like, so in this repository there is a package which is linked to here. So when I go to there, I can see the post package of this, like this one. So to access the cluster, I'm going to use Google Cloud Shell. So on this button over here, it is in the top right corner. So when I click here, it will open a terminal. It's actually cloud terminal. So to access cluster, I need to click on this button and it will open a pop-up. So it will give the command line. It's give a command to access this cluster. So I just need to copy this, then need to paste in here. So it will fetch in the cluster endpoint and all the authentication data. So it will set the kubectl entry. Okay, now we have access. So let me run the kubectl get nodes. Okay, so I think I did the typo mistake. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, we have 2 nodes running. It's in ready state. All right, let's go to the ArgoCD documentation. So here in the ArgoCD documentation, they are giving overview and why ArgoCD. So let's move to you getting started. Okay, so requirements. So we need to install kubectl. Yeah. Now we need to create a namespace and apply the Kubernetes manifest. So let me copy this command and run on the Cloud Shell. Okay, it's created the namespace, and then now it's applying the manifest. Okay, so in the meantime, let me go to this YAML file. I will copy it from here. Okay, so let me show what are the things they are installing. Yeah, so as you can see, they have custom resource definitions. There are several Kubernetes options they are installing. Okay, let's go back to the Cloud Shell. Yeah, so it's still getting installed. We need to access ArgoCD. So in order to do that, we have to set up the service type load balancer. So that's also available. Change we need to do also available here. We just need to copy this and apply. So let me copy this and paste it here. Okay, it's done. Okay, now if we want to set up an ingress, if I want to access this cluster from my computer, that's also can be done using gcloud CLI. So in order to do that, you would need to install gcloud CLI to your machine, and you need to log into that. So now to connect that, I have already installed gcloud CLI. Yeah. Okay, so to connect the cluster with my local machine, I just need to click on this connect button and copy this command line access and paste it here and execute. That's just uh, need to be done to connect the cluster. That's simple as it is. So let me run kubectl get nodes. All right. Okay. Now let's try to forward to access the ArgoCD dashboard. So let me copy this command and execute it here. Okay, it's port forwarding and forwarding to 8080. Okay, so let me go to localhost and D80. Okay, as you can see, that connection is private because it's not HTTPS. Okay, show details. Visit website. Okay, visit website. Okay, finally we made it through to ArgoCD dashboard, but we need to provide the username and password. So we need to find out username and password for that. Okay, so it says login using the CLI. We are not going to use CLI, but we can find the ArgoCD password. The default username is admin, but still we need to find the password. So in order to do that, let me open a new tab in this terminal and run kubectl get secrets, because ArgoCD store this password as a secret in ArgoCD namespace. Okay, so let me run kubectl get secrets, then namespace is ArgoCD. Okay, so as you can see, this is the initial admin secrets. Yeah, this one initial password. Okay, so in order to view that, we will have to use kubectl get secret. Let me execute a command to read the value of this secret. Kubectl get secret, then the secret name, which is ArgoCD initial admin secret. Now we need to provide the namespace of this, which is ArgoCD. Now we have to use this to read the value of this using JSON path equal data dot key. So as you already know, all these secrets are stored within using base64 encoded, so we will have to decode that as well. So to do that, let me run this pipe with base64 command 64 and decode. So we have to put the key. Yeah, I think I did a mistake. We need to find the key for that. Let me run the kubectl this Kybe secret, the secret name and the namespace. Okay, so data is password. Okay, so here this should be data dot password. I forgot that. Okay, so this is the password. Okay, let me copy that. Let's go back to the ArgoCD dashboard. Here I'm going to put username as admin and the password is this one. Okay, let me don't sign in. Not now. Yeah, here we go. We are inside the ArgoCD dashboard. Okay, now let's see what we can do inside. Yeah, these things. Yeah, so this is how we create a ArgoCD application inside this using ArgoCD CLI tools. So, or else we can use their GUI. Okay, so to make this easier, I will use GUI for this. Okay, so basically this is how ArgoCD looks like. We have this application section settings, username info, their documentation, and yeah. So let me click on this new app. Okay, so application name, which is gonna name it as a KCD Lahore 2024. The project name I'm gonna set it as a default one. Sync policy automatic. Okay, so sync options. Going to put click on this auto create namespace, which means if we haven't created that namespace, it will automatically create that namespace and apply. So and then I will like we want to prune the last version, we can do that as well. So I'm going to keep others as it is. Okay, so retry. Okay, so now we need to put the source repo, which means our GitOps repo is requiring yeah, we can use either git or helm and the branch or tags and the path. So this is destination. So destination, I'm going to use a default destination. So actually I didn't forget this. We will set up this later. Okay, so namespace I'm going to use default directory. Recurse means if our manifests are inside different directories, so ArgoCD will take care of that and deploy them as well. Otherwise it won't do that. So I will put this directory recurse as well. Okay, now it's time to set up the GitOps repo. Okay, so I have already created a separate repo for that. Let me go to my repositories. So here this is the GitOps repo, but I haven't set up anything. So in the GitOps repo, I have already created a folder called KCD Lahore. So inside that we need to put the YAML definition of the deployment we're gonna do. So let me create a YAML file called deployment.yaml. So here let me paste some of my Kubernetes manifest. Okay, so now let me edit this to KCD Lahore 24. Right, now we need to set up the image name. Okay, in order to do that, we need to copy the image. So I just need to copy this ds here, and I will put latest. Yeah, now everything is good to go. Now I just need to push this to the GitHub. So let's copy this URL and go back to the ArgoCD dashboard. Here we need to, so as a GitHub repository, we need to put this URL. Okay, and the path should be KCD Lahore. Yeah, correct. Now we just need to click on this create button. It will create. Okay, so as you can see, the application got created. So now it says missing out of syncs, which means it's trying to sync to the desired states. Okay, so as you can see, it's syncing. We can check the sync status here, and it says one or more object failed to apply, recent deployment are invalid. Yeah, so as you can see, KCD now selected does not match. Yeah, there is something of wrong with the YAML definition. Okay, we need to debug that. So actually, the issue was this select match label. These lines were missing. That's the issue. So actually, it was good because I can show how this it's working. So now I just need to update this YAML file. So but to get it deployed, I just need to push this to the GitHub. Okay, so here if I want, I can manually sync, since we haven't set up a webhook for this. Otherwise ArgoCD will pick up in few minutes. I set up syncing now. So now catching the wave, which means automating the deployments. Now that we are in a position, it's time to catch up the waves. So automation is the key here. With GitHub Actions, we can automate the process of building, testing, and deploying our code. And ArgoCD takes this step further and ensuring that our deployments are consistent and aligned with what's in our Git repository. So this combination allows us to catch the CI/CD wave smoothly, reducing the chances of error and making our deployment faster and more reliable. According to our diagram plan, we also need to update the YAML in the GitHub repo as well. So in order to achieve that, there are another steps we need to add to this same GitHub action. So let me do that. First thing is we need to clone the GitHub repository. So in order to do that, check out. Yeah. Okay, and now we need to put the path, which means this actually creating a path where this repository should be cloned. The path, I'm going to use GitOps. Okay, now what we need to do is update the image tag in the GitOps repository, so which we can do this. Yeah, so I will just use the Copilot suggestion. Yeah, definitely we used to run this set command to find the image here and update that. But there the file is in GitOps ArgoCD. That's not the path. The path is in the KCD Lahore, inside KCD Lahore. KCD Lahore. Yeah, that's the thing need to do. Now, the next thing is we need to commit these changes and push to the GitOps repository. So in order to do that, need to set up a new run for this. So the first one is change gene directed to the GitOps repo. Then git config username email as my email. And username would be this one. Then the git and everything. I just need to add the git add dot. No, let's add just the that file that we edited, which is KCD Lahore. This yeah. And .yaml. Okay, with this additionally we need to provide the environment variable for this. We need to provide a GitHub token and the yeah, that's all. Okay, let me commit this. Let's go back to the repo. So as you can see now, the CI/CD pipeline, GitHub Action pipeline has successfully executed. So it's clone the GitHub repository and update the deployment YAML file image tag, and after that it pushed to the repository as well. So let's go there and see if it has updated. So let me refresh that. So as you can see, it's the latest commit image tag has updated. So as you can see, yeah, it's updated to the latest one. So let's go to the ArgoCD and let me sync it, because the automatic sync takes around 3 minutes. So I manually synced it. So as you can see, it's now creating the latest pod. So it's gonna take some time to spin up. So riding the waves and best practices and tips. So riding the waves is all about balance and control. Similarly, when it's come to the CI/CD pipelines, require careful attention of best practices in our CI/CD. So the first one is follow GitHub principles, and everything should be declared. So which means so in our application, everything should be declared in YAMLs or Helm or Kubernetes customize, or some way it should be declared as a manifest. So and the next one is using sealed secret or Hashiko vault. So what does this mean? It's like so as you saw before, I use like I basically push the even the secrets and everything to the GitOps repo. So that's not a best practice. So anyone can decode that base 64 encoded secrets and misuse that. To avoid that, what we can do is we can use something like sealed secrets, which is basically using public key private key encryption mechanism. And so it will use that key mechanism to encrypt the secret keys. And when we push to the git repository, we are pushing actually a encrypted one. So after that, when we when the ArgoCD deployed that secrets files into the cluster, the uh, the sealed secret controller will take care of of that, and it will automatically get decrypted inside the cluster, which is so amazing. So or else we can use something like a HashiCorp vault. That's uh, like a dynamic key reference. Like basically you can put your secret in the vault, and you can refer that in the Kubernetes secret. And HashiCorp also has a controller like secret task. So it basically like dynamically replace that key reference with the actual secrets. So, and the next one is use Helm templating engine to customize deployment based on the environment. For an example, deployment, staging, and production. So, and the use values to manage environment specific configuration. So, it basically means you don't need to redeclare the same YAML template again and again. So, basically, you can use define that YAML as a template and the change the values like a Helm. So in previous KCD Lahore, I did a session about Helm introduction, so you can go check it out that as well. So you will learn how to use Helm to deploy your Kubernetes workload. So basically, like when you use Helm templating engine, you don't need to make YAMLs again for the different environment. You just need to change the values files in the configuration. So the next one is leveraging caching in the GitHub action to speed up builds by caching dependencies like Docker layers and npm packages. So that way you will be able to save your GitHub action build minutes. So which gonna good for your Focus asset. The next one is wiping out, handling failures, and rollback. So even the best servers wipe out from the time to time. So in the world of CI/CD, things don't always go as planned. So when the deployment get failed, it's important strategy to in place uh, to roll back. So since we are using ArgoCD, rolling back to a previous table version is very easy, much like getting back on your surfboard after a wipe out. So you should also implement a robust testing and validation process to catch issues early, reducing the likelihood of wipeout in the first place. Rollbacks work in ArgoCD. If you want to roll back your application to the previous working state, click on this history and rollback. So here you can see all the deployed version. You just need to click on one of the version and click this rollback. So that's how we do really rollbacking in the ArgoCD, which is so easier. Like you just need to interact with the GUI and no big hassle for that. Q&A open water questions. So now that we are out of the open water, I would like to hear your thoughts and questions. Feel free to ask anything about what we discussed today over my social media hand, or share your experience with CICD and ArgoCD. I have one homework for you. So I think you already have my manifest file which we use for deploy application into the GK. So the homework is using Helm, change that change that manifest into the Helm, and use Helm as a template engine for next deployment. And thank you all for being a part of this session. It's been pleasure sharing this journey with you. If you have any more questions or just wanted to stay connected, feel free to reach out uh, my social media handle or my website. So until next time, stay stuck and keep riding those waves. And thank you so much for the KCD organizing team. Share my knowledge with the KCD Lahore community. Thank you.